earnings in the form of annual premiums, 보험료 받잖아요. Invest these funds in stock, bonds, and or real estate and mortgages, and make payment to the beneficiaries of the insured parties, right? The beneficiaries. So they collect the money and they operate the money, make the profit, and then they can repay the money to the beneficiaries. That's the main role of a life insurance company, 생명보험사. Investment bank is called this IB, right? Here in Korea, there's no name is security company. So some country has security company, some country does not have, right? So we would say security company has three basic business role. First one is the broker, security company, 증권사. First role is dealer, broker work. Second one is dealer. Third one is underwriter. There are three major role of security company. Broker means what? The security company connect the buyer and seller, right? Security company can connect the person who want to buy and the person who want to sell. That's the broker work. Okay. How about dealer work? Companies, buy or sell. Not only the connect the buyer and seller, but also security company can invest their money in some financial instrument. With their own money, security company, they can buy or sell. That work is called as dealer work. The third one is underwriter. Underwriter is related to the IPO, okay, SEO, issuing bond. So basically, company cannot do their IPO work by themselves because this is a relatively complicated role. So there's some the institution that do those kind of the business, the exportedly. That is called the name is underwriter. So if some company go the IPO, a company, then the customer, investor want to buy the stock A, then investor does not buy the stock from A directly. If the investor want to buy the stock A for the first IPO stock for the first time, then investor should do what? Offer, 청약, offer 해야 돼요. Offer, and then they can receive some number of stock, brand new stock. And in the midst of the company and investor, there is the financial institution is called as investment bank. So investment bank or security company here in Korea, okay? So investment bank buy all of the IPO stock. Then they resell the IPO stock to the investor. So apparently it looks like the investor buy the stock from A directly, but in reality, there's the connected financial institution, which is called investment bank. And the third major role of security company is the IB work. Okay, so IB, investment bank, we'll say investment bank is the institution that do their business of underwriting mainly. That is called as investment bank. Okay, So in the States, there is no name of security company. 증권사라는 건 없어요. IB만 있지. Alright? And in the States, there's some institution names as investment bank or brokers company. Broker company. Right? How about but in here in Korea, we have security company. So there's some the structure of financial institution is a little bit different in depending on in the country. Okay. All right. Then let me ask. In other countries situation, Virginia. Yeah. How about the
Yes.
Italia. In Italia, there's some the security company named as the security company or just broker company and the IB.
Honestly, I think there are, but I've never heard of them because I don't think we have really this culture of the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
So
keep going.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to say something that is not true.
Okay. Let me take a look at the European situation. So in Europe, there's biggest exchange is called as X. I forgot Euro X or I will take a look at the some European situation later. So I will explain the next class. How about Mark? How about France? There's some the financial institution named as the security company.
I honestly don't know either. So
Okay, then I will take a look at the financial market situation in France as well as Italy. All right, okay. So each country has the different structure of financial institution, right? So the IB, okay, that's the investment bank, IB. Okay. And next type of financial institution is the asset management company. 자산운용사 in Korea, 자산운용사, asset management company. So asset management company manage the fund, okay, fund. The asset management company is the financial institution that control, that make and run and liquidate the fund. But the important thing is the asset management company cannot sell those kind of fund to the public, right? Directly, right? So bank and security company here in Korea, security company can sell the fund to the public, not asset management company. Asset management company do only to make, operate, and liquidate the funds. Okay, so there's no right to sell of asset for the asset management company. All right. And another type of financial institution is private equity, PE or PF, private equity fund. So PE, private equity, as you can imagine, private equity are associated with private fund, not public fund, right? There are two kinds of fund, public fund, private fund. So public fund. So in public fund can be, sold in the public market. Okay. So there are very high level of regulation, right? Regulation to protect the investor because this is the public market, public fund, public market. Whereas private fund doesn't have any, relatively very low regulation. Okay, because the private fund, private fund provide higher risk and higher return, and most of the participants in private fund is expert. Okay, institutional investor or special the investor that has the specialty. Okay, so we'll say that's their own league, 그들만의 league. They own expertise, the league. We'll say there's a private fund. So the level to protect the investor is very low, lower than the public fund. So and there is some limitation to participate in private fund. Before the 2021, we'll say we have the 49 guys can buy the identical private fund. The maximum limitation to participate in fund is 49 in private fund, but the law is changed now that from 2022 it's changed to under 100, less than 100%. So it's the increased the two times. Okay, so the 45 to 100, the number of number of investor to buy the identical fund, private fund. Is the law is changed. So anyway, private equity operate the private fund. Okay, especially private equity buys some stock to control the company, and they can restructure, they can organize, and then they can resell that their equity with a higher price. That's the main resource to get a profit. Okay, so private equity now control the company. So in M&A market in the past, company A is merged to company B in the past. But nowadays what? Fund A merged to company B, right? So in the past, company merged to company. Now fund merged to company, right? To control the the company, to control the company, because if the private equity buy the 51% of ownership stock or some specific company, then that private equity is the primary owner, right? Major owner. Okay, then that company can be managed by this some specific private equity. 여러분 많이 들어봤을 거예요. 그래서 private equity가 뭐 어떤 회사를 샀다. 이런 얘기 많이 들어봤을 거예요. So that's another brand new trend in financial market, right? Mutual saving bank is if some guy whose credit rating is not so good, then that guy cannot borrow the money from commercial bank, right? So commercial bank lend the money to some guy whose credit rate is relatively good. Okay, then how the guy whose credit rate is low to borrow? How come? They can use the mutual savings bank, 상호저축은행. Okay. Last one is for example, commercial bank, the interest rate on the saver is 2%. Interest rate to the borrower is 3%, for example. And mutual saving banks, they can borrow the money as much as 6%, for example, and lend the money to the borrower as much as 6%, is 2 times, right? So then mutual saving banks now give some the interest to the saver as much as 3% or 4%, right? So from the point of savers, they can make the more money. The interest rate, the rate of return is higher in mutual saving bank rather than commercial bank. from the point of the borrower can borrow the money from mutual saving banks even if with a very high interest rate, but they can borrow the money from mutual saving bank if the borrower's credit rate is not good. Okay, so this is the 중금리. 중금리 뭐 나오죠? SBI 저축은행. Right? I told you some of the advertisement of mutual saving banks. SBI that I told. Okay, that's mutual saving banks. 상호저축은행. Last one is Financial Services Corporation. Financial Services Corporation is the 지주회사. So there are a lot of the financial institution play a different role. Commercial bank, investment bank, others. The life insurance company, right? Or mutual saving banks. Okay. So financial 지주회사, financial holding company has the branch, just like branches do the various different the business in terms of finance, right? Commercial bank, investment bank, life insurance, mutual saving banks. For example, 신한금융지주, 하나금융지주, KB금융지주, all kind of things. For example, KB금융지주 has the KB Bank, KB Securities, KB Asset Management Company, KB Insurance Company, KB Mutual Saving Banks, right? Just like that. So we say that's the holding company. So some the institution that play a role as the umbrella is called as financial holding company. 금융지주회사, we would say. Okay, that's the last type of financial institution. If you read page number 39 through the 41, you can refer to the more detailed things of different financial institution, right? Okay, and next topic, and the stock market. If we take a look at the stock market in more detail, I already explained that one, right? So exchanges and OTC market. So exchange market is generally auction market. OTC market, I already explained the OTC market is the dealer market, right? Auction market means what? Exchange can, in exchange, stock can be traded on auction. Auction the rule, right? So there's the asking price, there's a bidding price, bid-ask spread, we would say. So some guy make the order to sell the stock. Some guy make the order to buy the stock, right? So if the lowest asking price match with the highest bidding price, then the trade is executed, right? This is auction market. Okay, so the lowest asking price, if the lowest asking price is matched with the highest bidding price, this auction, right? So you see this auction market. OTC market is dealer market, as I told you. So in OTC market, even the same stock, definitely unlisted stock, same stock, do have several prices, right? Not just one price, several price. A dealer sell the Z stock. Let's take a look at the stock Z. And there are two dealer, A and B. But the A sell the stock Z is $40, and A buy the stock Z at $30. Whereas the dealer B buy the stock Z is $38. I sell the stock Z is $38. Buy the stock Z is a $32, for example. Then bid-ask spread is the shallow in the dealer B rather than dealer A, right? Then, so in the past, it's possible there are two. So this is general dealer market, okay? But nowadays, what happened? We can have the all kind of information now due to the platform. There's some the platform to give some the dealer for the unlisted stock. You can find out some platform. So due to the development of IT nowadays, the dealer A cannot ask $40 anymore. It's $38, right? The B A now A knows, oh, dealer B the make the order to sell $38. Then if A make the order to sell the $40, then who want to buy this stock Z as much as $40? More all of the investor to buy the stock Z go to the dealer B, right? So due to the development of IT nowadays, auction market and dealers market difference is narrowing. Okay, so New York Stock Exchange is the exchange market, representative of exchange market. NASDAQ was OTC market. So NASDAQ started with the OTC market, but nowadays not anymore OTC market. NASDAQ is the exchange market nowadays. So I told you differences are narrowing now. What is IPO? I already explained that on, right? I already explained that on. Okay, time's up. We stop here. Okay, so next coming Tuesday, we will talk about the remaining part, the market efficiency, and then we will move on to chapter 5 directly. We will skip the chapter 3 and chapter 4 because the principles of accounting, which is the requirement course here in Donggong University, and the chapter 3 and chapter 4 are included in the the principles of accounting. So I won't explain chapter 3 and chapter 4, and we will move on to chapter 5 directly. So we will talk about chapter 5, time value of money, as I told you, which is the most basic principle of finance. All right. Any question? Just please read the textbook in advance. Right? Any question? 10가이 하나 둘 셋 넷 다 열 일곱 여덟 아홉 열 10가이. Okay. Any question? So too fast? Because the chapter 1 and chapter 2 is the conceptual or the theory, conceptual the chapter. So it's okay, even if my explanation is so fast. All right, any question? If you do not have any question, let's meet the next coming Tuesday. All right. Oh.